It's clearly a late night, but the president delivered what was clearly a remarkable State of the Union tonight. What were your thoughts on it?
I thought it was. I mean, I think the president struck exactly the right chord. And, when he talks about things that the vast majority of American people want, things like, raising the minimum wage, things like making sure there's opportunity for job training and to, really grow this economy and for all Americans to participate and for some of my colleagues to sit on their hands while that happens, unbelievable. But I think the president struck exactly the right chord, and I can't wait because tomorrow he kicks everything off in my district.
At the Costco.
At the Costco, a high-wage employer doing what employers can do that actually grows their companies, and that's going to be a highlight for us and for the president to go across this country and say to the American people, there are some things that I can do as the executive, and there are some things that Congress needs to do, and the active part, the American public has to push us to do the right thing.
Now, one of a good friend of the Fowler Show and a good friend of mine, Kristen Ralph Finkbeiner, is big on fair pay for fair work, and the president talked about it tonight. Surprise to some members of Congress. We saw some Republicans stand up. We saw all the Democratic caucus stood up because they understood how important it was that women get paid a fair day's pay for a fair day's work. You are chair of the Democratic Women's Caucus, so this was a big deal for you. What did you think?
Well, it really was, and it took me by surprise. I mean, obviously, we wanted the president to really embrace an agenda that we've been promoting, that he agrees with, equal pay for equal work. When women succeed, America succeeds. The president said that. He means it, and he means that we succeed by equal pay for equal work, raising the minimum wage because the vast majority of workers who work on minimum wage are women, making sure that we have job training for the 21st century economy, expanding things like access to child care and a paid sick leave day. I mean, the president pointed that out. Most workers in this country don't even get one day off of sick leave, and so I was excited by that. I think that we are as women, and so if Republicans want to know what a real women's agenda is, it doesn't have anything to do with all that stuff they're talking about. It's what the president spoke about tonight.
It's about jobs.
It's about jobs.
So, and speaking about jobs and speaking about the president really pushing forward this agenda, and it seems to me that the president sort of laid out a clear message that he's willing to sort of build a little river right around the Capitol building and just keep on moving the boat down the shore. Do you support the president on that move?
Well, I think that the president needs to use every single bit of his executive authority to create jobs, to expand opportunity, and to grow this economy. He's been doing that already. I mean, this executive order that he talked about that would raise the minimum wage for contract employees, people who are paid tax dollars at the poverty line. And as he said, no one in America should have to live in poverty when they go to work every single day. And so, the Congress is going to come along because the American people is going to push them.
So talking about
them because they're not pushing me. I'm already there.
I love it. So tomorrow there's a big vote on the Farm Bill, and there's been some Democrats that they will not vote on the Farm Bill because the cuts are too deep on food stamps or the TANF program. Where are you at? Do you plan on voting for the bill, and if so, why?
Well, it's a good question. I mean, I have been thinking about this all day, talking to some of my colleagues. I am not there yet on this. In fact, I'm leaning against the bill because I think there are too deep cuts in food stamps at a time when we have an extended unemployment benefits. We still have people who are struggling in this economy. We won't increase the minimum wage, and then we're going to take food stamps away from people who get up and go to work every day. Not comfortable with that. The cuts are too deep, and actually Republicans, when you combine the cuts that we've already had before with the ones that are proposed in the Farm Bill, even though it gives some clarity for the next 5 years, it's still about $20 billion. That is horrible.
Food off the table.
Food off the table.
So we talked to all of our audience far and wide, and they've asked us what did they want to ask member of Congress, and they said we want word association. So we're going to play a little game. I promise you'll pass. Everybody who's come up has passed. All right, here we go. Barack Obama.
President.
Cruz.
Not president.
Manning.
Loser.
Michelle Obama.
Gorgeous.
Obamacare.
Love it.
Immigration.
Pass it.
Voter ID.
Pass it.
Living wage.
Working people.
Polar vortex.
Cold. Really, really cold. Right. More words. Climate change. As the president said, climate change is a fact.
Love it. Duck Dynasty.
Never seen it.
Selfie.
Never done it.
Twerking.
Never done that either.
Marijuana.
Huh.
Beyonce.
Gorgeous.
Richard Fowler.
I have no idea who that is.
That's me. It always happens this way. This is amazing. We have this is good.
That on purpose.
It's okay. We still love Congresswoman Edwards on the Fowler Show. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.